Hello and welcome to our platform right here at Standard Bank Namibia. We're glad that you're joining us wherever it is that you're joining us from. My name is Waya Kamadunge and I am from the brand and marketing team. It's such an exciting time to be part of the Blue Machine because right here on our platforms and us as an organization, we stand firm on the purpose that Namibia is our home and we drive her growth. And with that, we are so excited to have and celebrating and highlighting people that are doing exceptional work in our community. And we are calling them the champions that are championing growth in our community. Now for today, ladies and gentlemen, the Forum for African Women Educationalists in Namibia, shortly known as FAWENA, is a national chapter of the Pan-African Forum for the African Women Educationalists that was formed in 1992 by 5 women ministers of education to promote girls and women's education in sub-Saharan Africa in line with education for all. Now, FAWENA opened its offices in June of 1999 and with the support of the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture to increase, that is, access, improve retention, and enhance the quality of education for vulnerable girls and women in Namibia. Now, FAWENA has 5 I's. Firstly, one being impact-orientated, inclusivity, innovation, integrity, and involvement. All of this are geared up to driving growth, which has made them a suitable candidate to partner with Standard Bank Namibia as champions of community. Now, I'm not alone in studio. As you can see, I am joined by 2 champions that are from FAWENA. First and foremost, Mr. Vino, who is an executive committee member. Thank you so much for joining us for today.
Thank you.
All right. And also Ms. Happy. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Ms. Happy is a project officer at FAWENA. So let's get the conversation started for today. And to everybody watching, briefly give us a short history of what, who FAWENA is, what FAWENA does, and your work that you've been doing in Namibia.
All right. Thank you so much for having us. I'm so excited to be part of, what Standard Bank is doing.
Yeah.
Partnering with Standard Bank for us is just an amazing thing because now we are able to impact the community. We are able to reach out to the young girls and the young boys as well.
Yeah.
FAWENA, as you mentioned, is an acronym that stands for Forum for African Women Educationalists in Namibia. As you've mentioned also, we've been in existence, an international organization in existence since 1992.
Yeah.
But it came to Namibia in 1999 in partnership with the Ministry of Education. So we assist the Ministry of Education looking at the challenges that the girls and the boys are going through. So we are there to partner together so that we can be able to help overcome the challenges that the young people are experiencing in the nation or in the schools. Yes, so we are here to make an impact. We are here to bring a change in society. So that is what FAWENA does.
And that's exactly what we are highlighting for today, being champions in that space. In education plays such an important role in the growth of young boys and young girls. What are some of those success stories that you can tell us over the years that FAWENA has achieved?
Well, there's a lot of success stories that we have received, and looking at what is happening in the schools. Like currently, we have a lot of challenges with teenage pregnancies, children dropping out of school. But we have seen in the long run with our programs, we have really assisted the learners to come out of those challenges. So we've had programs, for example, like the scholarship program, of which Standard Bank is sponsoring. Most of the time our children experience there's a lot of poverty, lack of school supplies, lack of toiletries and stationery. So we have seen that with the provision of those items for the learners, learners are able to be in school, to be retained, and also to complete their education. And they perform well because of what we are doing. And also we've had trainings as well. We established girls clubs in the schools. These are platforms where girls can come together, have conversations. These are platforms where their life skills, they receive life skills, leadership skills, and also character building. So through these programs, we have seen that our girls are being empowered to make the right decisions, and then when they go out in the society, they are able to excel. And we've had doctors out of this program. We've had engineers. We've had teachers. You know, in their careers, they've really excelled. So we have really seen an impact in our programs that we do.
That's definitely good to hear, because I think if you it's all about identifying that need, and how do we meet that need that we are identifying in all of these schools. Mr. Maino, maybe you can touch on this one. What have been some of the obstacles that the organization has faced over the years?
Yeah, of course, the main obstacle is the finance to meet all the expectations. And especially when it comes to the sanitary pads, there were girls who could not come to school because of the problem. And that is really a main challenge, and convincing the child to come to school under these circumstances was a very, very difficult challenge to address. And the other issue is the boy child that was left behind in the process. And now that we have the boy child on board, we are also planning to have boys clubs at schools. So those were the bit of the challenges that we are working on. And also the aspect of the mindset. You know, we want our young generation to have a positive mindset. So that has been the challenge, and with the assistance of this kind of programs, we will address it accordingly.
That's definitely good to hear. As you rightfully put it, you've also brought in the boy child, and that's very important, because at times some people say that the boy child is being left behind. Now it's all about the girls. How can we empower the girls? But we need to coexist ultimately at the end of the day. So that's definitely good to hear that FAWENA is addressing that part. Now, we have seen a lot on social media that people tend to have this mindset of having an overnight success, and saying that going to school is not that important. And just trying to put pushing that narrative and saying that you don't have to go to school, you can always just do this and do that, and you'll be a success. What's your opinion and dangers of this narrative? Because like we said, you and I and everybody else watching, is that education is important.
Very important.
It's important. You gotta have the papers, and you've gotta, whatever it is that you learn in a school or in a classroom, you take it out and apply it, and go out there, do the projects, do all of that. What's your opinion on that narrative?
I would say it's true. Education is quite very, very important. I think there's a saying that says that education is the greatest equalizer.
Absolutely.
Yes. I know people want to be successful, especially nowadays with technology. People can easily make money even without education.
Very true.
But I believe that education is very, very important, because there's a way that it changes the way you see life, and also opportunities in life. Nowadays, we hear about, even just for one to be a cleaner, you need to have papers, you need to have at least grade 12, or you should have studied something. So for us, we encourage the young girls or the boys to ensure that they go to school, because in school is where you're being empowered. Like my colleague or my boss here said that there is a need for a change of mindset.
Absolutely.
So how do we change our mind? Is through education. You go and study, because you need knowledge in the area that you want to excel. You have dreams, you want to become a doctor, you want to become an artist, or you want to become whatever you want to become. You need to be educated, you need to be informed. So education, we believe, is very, very important. That is why we do what we are doing, to encourage the learners to ensure that they study hard, so that one day they can become somebody. You can become a business person, but I've seen that with business as well, you also need knowledge, you need skills, because with the business you need to have management skills where you are helping your workers or your employees, to be able to give that what you want to see in your business. So yes, you can make the money, but you need the education. It's quite important.
You do. Such an important point that education definitely unlocks so many doors. It gets you into tables that you otherwise would have not gotten. All right. So if you are in school, stay in school all the way through, and you will see what will happen. All right. Now, with initiatives such as FAWENA, what is the responsibility of somebody right now watching in supporting initiatives such as FAWENA and many other?
Wow. A lot of responsibilities. You can partner with FAWENA. We can collaborate. It can be a certain program that we have in place. We can collaborate, because where there is partnership, we can do more. So we currently need a lot of support, because there's a lot of needs. A lot of needs on the ground. We always receive a lot of information from the schools, a lot of calls from the schools, telling us a lot of learners in the schools are struggling, a lot of poverty, from poor backgrounds. So for those that are watching, we are calling on all the organizations to come on board and assist when it comes to finances, or just to give in human resource, whatever you can provide to assist. You are welcome to do that.
Ms. Epi, can you highlight some of those needs that are in need at FAWENA?
Okay. My colleague or my boss mentioned that the finances. Yes, finances. We need finances at the moment, because we can't really do projects without funds.
Correct.
Yes, and I also mentioned about collaboration. Coming on board, different stakeholders coming on board, and membership, because we have FAWENA is a member-based organization. So if we can come on board and voluntarily, because we call on people to volunteer their expertise, their experience. We've got different subcommittees where they can be part of it. We've got the training and facilitation subcommittee. We've got the resource and finance subcommittee. We've got the gender and advocacy, 5 of them about. So if you would like to come on board and just giving your expertise, you're welcome to do that. Yes.
Okay, so you heard it there. So if there's one of those expertise that you've got and that speaks right to you, please ensure that you contact the FAWENA team, and you can be that change that you wish to see in our country. Now, one of your eyes, Mr. Waino, is speaks to impact. And how has the partnership with Standard Bank impacted the work that is being done at FAWENA?
That was a very big impact, of course. When it comes to scholarship programs, that really made a very huge difference to our young generation. And also, we had to realize that we need to come up with community programs as well. Because when you are dealing with the child mindset, or when you are dealing with life skills, you need to go to the root of problems. So you need to bring the community on board. You need to bring parents on board. So through those kind of activities that was assisted by Standard Bank, we could also zoom deeper and see that we have to go more than that. And really, we have observed that the mind of our children are set positively.
That's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear. Now, as we're wrapping up today's conversation, how can one contact FAWENA to be part of this change that we want to see in Namibia?
All right, FAWENA, first of all, before we go to that, I want just to, in addition to what my colleague said, just to appreciate Standard Bank. Because Standard Bank is not only this year that we have come on board. We started the Standard Bank from way back. Since 2009, they've been coming back on board and assisting us. The last contract we had with Standard Bank, we supported about 900 girls and boys that completed their education. That is from grade 8 to grade 12. So and this year we have Standard Bank again on board for the next 3 years or more, hopefully. And we've received funding from Standard Bank, and we continue working together in partnership with Standard Bank. So we really want to say thank you, a big thank you to Standard Bank, because we can see this partnership is really strong. And we see Standard Bank cares a lot about the education of the Namibian child. Yes, now going back to our address, FAWENA is based in the Ministry of Education, that is at Government Park in Windhoek. We are on the first floor, room number 110. And our contact line is 061 293 143.
Can we find you on the socials?
Yes, you can find us on Facebook, that is FAWENA, www.fawena.na. Yes, I remember it, yeah. And then we are also on Facebook as well. Just look for FAWENA, you'll find it on Facebook.
We will find it.
Yes.
Okay.
We also have our website as well.
All right.
Yes.
Now, before we close off, any last words from your side? Anything that you want somebody right now watching to know that we couldn't talk about FAWENA, and Ms. Happy did touch on how people can support the need. What is the current need right now of FAWENA? Any last words from your side?
I cannot overemphasize what I have said about thanking Standard Bank. And we as executives were looking at the way how we can appreciate Standard Bank. Maybe we can come up with programs where we market Standard Bank product in schools, or have Standard Bank competitions in school or something, just to say thank you, because really what Standard Bank has done to us is highly appreciated. I think we said a lot about what we need from the community, the involvement. And as you said, we have different subcommittees. If there are people with expertise, they can come in. If people have any project proposals that impact the learners in school or the learners in general, we have some kids on streets that also need attention. Come up with the proposal. We have many proposals as well, and then we can source means and address these challenges. Thank you very much.
Ms. Happy, last words from your side?
Well, once again, thank you, Standard Bank, because for Standard Bank to come back on board, it just shows that the trust in FAWENA and also the results, the impact that these programs are having. That is why I believe that Standard Bank came back again, and we look forward to working together. And this time, because one of the components in this project is that Standard Bank will be working together on the different activities, mentorship activities, life skills activities. So Standard will be working together with Standard Bank, reaching out to the girls, reaching out to the communities. So I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to that. So Standard Bank, once again, I want to say thank you. And we call upon other banks, because Standard Bank is the only bank in Namibia, and we have a lot of banks. So a big up to Standard Bank. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, Ms. Happy, Mr. Veno, thank you so much for having joined us for today. And again, from our side as Standard Bank Namibia, we thank you that we could partner up with you and be helped. Like you said, over 900 lives will be changed because of this collaboration. And we say thank you, continue the good work. To everybody watching right now, you heard how you can help. If you missed out on the interview, please DM us. We can share more details on how you can reach the team at FAWENA. We spoke about impact, we spoke about inclusivity, we spoke about innovation, integrity, and involvement. That speaks right to the heart of who we are at Standard Bank Namibia, where we stand firm on saying that Namibia is our home and we drive her growth. Thank you so much for having tuned in, and see you next time.